Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami and in this episode of Raid K, I'm gonna be reacting to Pink Fantasy's comeback, Lemon Candy. And yeah, it's been a while since I've reacted to Pink Fantasy. I mean, it's been like maybe a month or two because they did come back recently with Shadow Play. But it wasn't really that interesting of a song. Like, it wasn't terrible or anything, but it wasn't anything like what I wanted to hear from them. And if you don't know why I fell in love with Pink Fantasy, you can check out one of my earliest reactions. I think it's like somewhere in the early 50 episodes of this series when I reacted to their song Fantasy, which is to this day one of my favorite songs ever, and it was one of the top 15 songs of 2019. You can check out that video as well. It was such a good song. It felt very much very reminiscent of Dreamcatcher's style of music, but still very different from it as well. I think Form of Therapy called it like the difference between Dreamcatcher and Pink Fantasy back then would be like, that Dreamcatcher leans more into rock, while Pink Fantasy genuinely leaned more into J-pop stuff, you know? So I've been wanting to hear something similar like that from them ever since, but for some reason they've been jumping concepts since that comeback, and I'm not really expecting this song to be like that at all, because the name of the song is after all Lemon Candy, so I'm expecting some kind of cute stuff, but if it's good, it's good. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's just jump into it and see how I'm gonna feel about it in 3, 2, 1. Oh. How the hell did they do that? Why the hell did they shoot this in such a high frame rate? Oh yeah, Chan, I'm sorry, but those kind of buds on top of your hair don't really look that good on you. Why do they have such a hard beat under this like otherwise cutesy song? It's such a disconnection between the two. Yeah, I'll definitely have to listen to this on a second time. Because I definitely like the instrumental, and maybe I would have liked the cutesy stuff on its own, but with the two together, I'm just not sure how I feel about it. It's definitely not a generic cutesy song, so I appreciate that. I definitely will talk about their choice in style for this comeback. Okay, so yeah, I'm not too crazy about this song if I gotta be honest. It's not bad, that's for sure, but I just don't even know exactly how I'm supposed to feel about this, because maybe the group is trying, or maybe the company that owns the group are intending for the group to do different comebacks or different styles with each comeback, to show their versatility, or to just do different stuff to see what sticks and what doesn't and everything. But I feel like with them jumping from concept to concept, it's kind of like doing the same kind of damage that COC jumping from concept to concept did to them. Because when you don't have an established fan base, which Pink Fantasy, I don't think they do. Maybe they do a very small one, but I don't think it's that big. But when you don't have an established fan base, people are not gonna just jump from concept to concept just because it's you doing it. You have to establish the fan base first and then move on to the different stuff. Or you keep doing all the different stuff with each comeback. And so far, I feel like they hit it the biggest when they came back with Fantasy. So why are they not doing more of that concept? I don't know, especially because their debut song, or what I think it was their debut song, I believe it was like Iriwa. Iriwa was much closer in concept to Fantasy than Shadow Play or this song. So I feel like at this point they're getting a little desperate, or the company is getting a little desperate. But like, I want them to succeed, but I'm not gonna like every song they release just because it's Pink Fantasy. So yeah, I really hope they release more songs like Fantasy. And in terms of this song specifically, I mean, again, as I said, it's not bad. It has some things about it that are interesting, like I said, about the fact that the instrumental is so freaking hard, while the song is definitely on the cute side of things. It kind of makes it a little interesting, because if it was just a generic cutesy song, I definitely would have hated it most likely. But the fact that it has a more of a harder beat definitely intrigues me a little more about it. But even then, it's not gonna be really anything that I'm gonna be replaying or listening to that much. Maybe a couple of times, but nothing really that is gonna be on my playlist all the time. Meanwhile, Fantasy is a song that I still listen to this day. So yeah, I can definitely feel the lack of a budget for the music video, because it was a very cramped music video, but I think they still did the best they could with the budget they had, so I'm not gonna criticize them too much for that. Plus, they are from a small company, so even more of a reason to not really criticize them for that. But I feel like maybe even with Shadowplay, they were able to make it feel more grander than this, because this one definitely felt crampy and constrained, like to one set that they just kept changing, and it wasn't even that big of a set. So yeah, I don't really feel like I need to listen to it a second time to decide how I feel about it. But as I do for every single other song, we're gonna do it for this one as well. So let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Was she bent over to the side or backwards? Yeah, the heartbeat definitely makes it a little more interesting than it would have been otherwise. Okay, it is growing a little bit. It is growing on me a little bit more. I so hate the look Ye-chan has with like the head, with the bobs on her head. It just doesn't look good. I think she looks much better with her head down. With her hair down. I mean. Yeah, that is actually pretty decently catchy. I actually might have ended up listening to this song more than I did to Shadow Play. Man, Ye-chan with the vocals, I love her so much. She has a killer voice. Honestly, her look with the things on her hair, the way it is done, it's starting to grow on me a little more. But it's such a jarringly different look compared to her usual look with like her hair down that it's still hard for me to like, but I think it's growing on me. So yeah, on the second listen, definitely got a little bit better, but it's still nothing really too crazy. And I wouldn't really call the song great. It's good, but it's more like it's good enough, not really something that I would go out of my way to listen to all the time. I might occasionally, because I actually kind of like, I started to like the contrast between the hard instrumental and the soft like concept for the music video. But it's still not gonna be something that I'll constantly be listening to. In terms of the ratings, I think I'm gonna give this song a solid 8.2 out of 10. I already explained why. And yeah, I definitely think they could have done much better than this, and I still don't understand why they're not doing more similar stuff to what they debuted with and what they came back with when they came back with Fantasy. But ultimately, I can't change anything about their concept, so yeah, I still enjoyed it, but I'm still a little disappointed. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'll leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!